Hello everyone, this is Jopi Govin. Let us continue the second part of the colligative property by experimental determination of osmotic pressure by Brickley and Hartley methods. The principle employed in this method is the external pressure is applied on the solution, which is just to stop the phenomena of osmosis, as you can see in the figure given above. Let us consider a porous part in which a Cu2 FeCN6 act as a semipermeable membrane is deposited in its wall. This porous part is provided with reservoir on sides and a capillary on another side. The porous part is surrounded with a metal cylinder. Solvent is introduced into the porous part through reservoir and solution in metal cylinder. The level of the solvent is observed in capillary tube. The metal cylinder is provided with a piston to apply pressure and a pressure gauge to measure the pressure. When solvent and solutions are separated by semipermeable membrane, osmosis will start. The solvent molecule will flow from solvent to solution. Because of this, the level of the solvent in capillary decreases. The external pressure is applied on the solution slowly so that the level of the solvent in the capillary remains constant. This indicates that phenomena of osmosis is stopped. The pressure required just to stop the osmosis is noted on the pressure gauge. This is taken as osmotic pressure of the solution. Now let us discuss laws of osmotic pressure. Van 't Hoff observed the similarity that is present between gaseous and dilute solutions. Therefore, similar to gaseous, the dilute solutions may obey the gas laws. These laws are also called as laws of osmotic pressure. The first law of osmotic pressure is Boyce-Van 't Hoff law. The law states the osmotic pressure of the solution is directly proportional to the concentration at constant temperature. That is, pressure is directly proportional to concentration at constant temperature. But C is equals to 1 by V. Therefore, P is directly proportional to 1 by V, or PV is equals to constant. The second law of osmotic pressure is Charles Van 't Hoff law. The law states that the osmotic pressure of a solution is directly proportional to the absolute scale of temperature at constant concentration. P is directly proportional to T at constant concentration, or P by T is equals to constant. On combining these two laws, P is directly proportional to T by V at constant temperature and concentration. PV is directly proportional to T, or PV is equals to RT, where R is the called as solution constant. Its value will be similar to universal gas constant. For n moles, PV is equals to nRT. Osmotic. Now let us discuss about osmotic pressure is a colligative property. By the combined solution equation or Van 't Hoff equation for dilute solution, PV is equals to nRT, or P is equals to n by V r dash T. We know that n by V is equals to concentration, so it becomes P is equals to CRT. This shows that the osmotic pressure at constant temperature depends on number of moles of solute or concentration of solute, and it is independent of nature of solute. Hence, osmotic pressure is a colligative property. Now let us discuss about relationship between osmotic pressure and molecular weight. From Van 't Hoff law or combined solution equation, PV is equals to nRT, where n is the number of moles of solute. Let us consider that W grams of solute of molecular weight capital M is dissolved in solvent of volume V. Number of moles of solute is given as small n is equals to capital W by capital M. Substitute for n, PV is equals to capital W by capital M R dash T, where M is equals to W R dash T by PV. By preparing a solution in which known mass of solute is dissolved in known volume of solvent, and then by determining osmotic pressure at a given temperature, molar mass can also be calculated. Now let us discuss about isotonic solutions. What are isotonic solutions? When two solutions of equal concentration are separated by semi-permeable membrane, there will be no osmosis from one solution to another. This is because the concentration is equal and they are equimolar. Because they are equimolar, their osmotic pressure is also equal. They are said to be equiosmotic. Such equimolar solutions having equal osmotic pressure in which there is no osmosis are called as isotonic solution, but they are said to be isotonic with one another. Let us consider two equimolar solutions. Let W1 and W2 are the weights of two solutes present in the two solutions. Let capital M and cap M2 are molecular weight of two solutes because they are equimolar. Number of moles of solute 1, number of moles of solute 2. Therefore, W1 by M1 is equals to W2 by M2. Since W1 and W2 are known, by knowing M1 and M2 can be calculated, or by knowing M2 M1 can be calculated. If two solutions of different concentrations are separated by semi-permeable membrane, the solute molecules will move from dilute solutions to concentrated solution. Here we can show some diagrams, that is when solutions travel from outer to inner surface, cell swells hypotonic, no change isotonic, 5% NaCl cell shrinks. The solutions of low osmotic pressure is said to be hypotonic with other. The solutions of higher osmotic pressure is said to be hypertonic with other. Now let us discuss the next topic, that is elevation in boiling point or ebloscopic. Boiling point of a liquid is a temperature at which its vapor pressure becomes equal to its atmospheric pressure. Whenever no volatile solute is added to a solvent, its vapor pressure decreases. This means that vapor pressure of pure solvent is always higher than boiling point of solution. Hence, boiling point of solvent is less than boiling point of solution. Since the vapor pressure of solvent is higher than solution, it requires less energy than solution to rise its vapor pressure so that it becomes equal to atmospheric pressure. Therefore, boiling point of solvent is less than boiling point of solution. Since the vapor pressure of solution is less than solvent, it requires more energy than solvent to rise the vapor pressure so that it becomes equal to atmospheric pressure. Therefore, boiling point of solution is always higher than boiling point of solvent. The difference between boiling point of solvent and solution is called as elevation in boiling point.